Before Messi. Before the world even heard the name Iniesta. There was another boy, one whose name echoed louder than all of them in Barcelona's famed academy. He wasn't Spanish. He wasn't European. He was a 15-year-old Nigerian. Haruna Babangida. So good, he made senior players stop to watch a teenager train. So gifted. Rivaldo became his personal fan. So fast, he outran everyone, with or without the ball. This is the untold and heartbreaking story of how Barcelona's greatest African prospect was forgotten before he was even seen. Born in Kaduna, Nigeria, Haruna Babangida was different. Not just talented, but alien-level gifted. At age 13, he was already on the radar of Ajax, PSV, and Barcelona. He chose Barca, and not just any part of Barca, La Masia, where Xavi, Valdez, Arteta, and Iniesta trained. Let that sink in. He didn't go there to learn, he went there as the best player among future legends. According to Mikel Arteta, in our dorms, there was this guy. Haruna Babangida. At 15, he was the best player in the world. Yes, the world. He wasn't just technically gifted, he had frightening pace, the intelligence of a playmaker, and a flair even Spain hadn't seen before. He was a midfielder, but with the goal tally of a striker. He had 42 goals in 110 games for Barca B, as a teen. Even Rivaldo was obsessed with him, often watching his youth matches and praising his flair publicly. But then, the dream started to unravel. Behind the scenes, Haruna wasn't just dealing with football. He was dealing with isolation. He was the only black boy in the entire La Masia setup at the time. He didn't speak the language, he didn't understand the culture. He had no family around. And in 1997, Europe was far less tolerant than it is today. He later revealed, "It was hard. I was a kid. I didn't speak Spanish. I was different. I was alone." Even Andres Iniesta, a Spaniard, couldn't cope. His parents had to drive him to Barcelona every week from Albacete, and he cried when they left. But Haruna didn't cry. He trained. He impressed. And every week, he reminded everyone why Barcelona chose him. But deep inside the club, something darker was brewing. Louis van Gaal, then Barca manager, was a known disciplinarian, rigid, tactical, system first. He didn't like flair. He didn't like unpredictability. And most tragically, he didn't like Haruna's style. Even when he earned call-ups to train with the first team, Van Gaal made it clear, this was his system, and there was no space for Haruna's creative chaos. Haruna said, "Van Gaal knew all our ringtones. When mine went off, he went crazy. He made training hell." Despite his incredible stats in Barcelona B, and being hailed by coaches across Spain, Haruna was never given a single La Liga appearance. Barca promoted others, slower, less talented, but easier to control. And the young Nigerian was left behind. He left. Not by choice, but by neglect. From the lights of Camp Nou to the icy pitches of Ukraine, then to Greece, Russia, Austria, Cyprus, Germany, Malta. Each move felt like a rescue mission, trying to salvage what Barcelona had thrown away. He was once called the next George Weah by scouts. But by 21, Haruna Babangida was already being labeled a journeyman. At one point, he even joined Olympiacos, but again, was kept on the sidelines. Injuries followed. So did frustration. So why did the world never get to see the full Haruna Babangida? Was it Van Gaal? Was it racism? Was it the pressure of being too good, too young? Maybe it was all of it. European football wasn't built for African expression at the time. Flair was misunderstood. Creativity without control was punished. And when a player doesn't fit a system, the system rarely changes. Barcelona, in chasing perfection, ignored one of their rawest diamonds. A player who, in another era, could have been the face of African football. Haruna Babangida. Never played in the World Cup. Never became a Ballon d'Or contender. But those who saw him at 15 still talk about him with disbelief, a forgotten genius, a fallen star, a cautionary tale. Subscribe. Like. Because stories like this deserve to be told.